Hi, it's Red from Red-Headed Riding Hood, and I want to tell you about where my name came from. It's not an accident. So, 2014, when I separated from my husband of 27 years, I lived in the house with him for 2 years, and I wasn't divorced from him for 4.5 years. And yeah, I met the singer that I knew from being in a group that was no longer together, and in limerence with him actually, but I found out he was married, and we would go back and forth on social media, having like a Facebook affair. Yeah, it was bad. And one of his posts, he said, "From one wolf to another." I was like, what? So that's where the thing with wolves came up. And also, and that was on Twitter. And also on Twitter, there was this account, and I think it's gone now because I've looked for it and I can't find it. And it was a writer, and they used Florence Nightingale instead of Florence Nightingale, which I thought was clever. And so the idea came to me, and I think it was from God to use the name Red-Headed Riding Hood. And I later found out that it was good that it was different, that it wasn't Red Riding Hood, because I don't think I discovered at that time, and I think where I first used it was probably on Twitter, and then everywhere. And then I was trying to put out my book, The 7-Story Tree, and I put that out in 2015 on Amazon, and it was very, very easy, and I really I just sort of wanted to get it out there, and I put it out there, and at first it didn't even have a table of contents. I added that later, and I changed the cover, I think in 2015 or 2016 I changed the cover, because it was 2015 I put it out. And so when I put out the book, I put on it, should have it here, Red-Headed Riding Hood. But I later found out there is a spoken word poet in Miami, and she is Red Riding Hood. So I couldn't or shouldn't use Red Riding Hood. But she is African American, so you shouldn't confuse our looks anyways. And yeah, she's a different writer than me, but she is also a spoken word poet. But I didn't really even know of her till later.